Hello, this is Jetboot Jack. It was released by the English Software Company in 1983 and was created by John Williams. Not that John Williams. It's something I posted a video of before, but wanted to kind of revisit it like Encounter and post a slightly better quality video and to just sort of talk about it and what it meant to me as a kid. As you can see, there are like 5 difficulty levels. It's a single screen platformer, except you don't really jump or anything. You kind of just move left and right. The difficulty levels almost entirely just kind of control the number of enemies there are, which is quite a big change in difficulty. So there are, on the easiest difficulty, only 2 per level. On the hardest difficulty there are 10, I think, which is just ridiculous. Okay, that's not a good start. So things that can kill you are the enemies, but also the lifts. So if you're kind of moving at all when you're on a lift, or if you kind of run into a lift, it will immediately kill you. And not just the lifts, but the kind of slidey things. Well, not so much the slidey things, but if you kind of move over one of them and it kind of moves away underneath you, you will die. So death is kind of instant in a lot of cases, but fairly easy to avoid if you're sort of remotely careful, which I'm not being. So the controls are the fire button will kind of duck you under things, and that's kind of mainly what you'll be doing. And then you can jump above enemies to knock them off. Everything's kind of really smooth in terms of controls, except the jump, which is kind of a bit clunky, but that's fine. It doesn't really need to be like a split-second accuracy. The other control, which I didn't figure out for quite a long time when I was a kid and I played this, is that if you press up when you're over one of the lifts, you can kind of immediately cause it to move. So previously I just played by waiting for the lifts to move whilst I was on them. But you can save a lot of time. Not that that's a big issue, because there's no actual timer in the game. Oh, that's stopped in a bad place. Yeah, you have like a power rating which goes down as you move, but you can stand still for as... Why do I keep doing that? You can stay still for as long as you want. The pink things are described in the manual as record pods. So the basic story of the game is that you're in like a record processing plant, a pressing plant, I guess, and you really like music, as you can tell by the fact that you're wearing headphones, and you just have to collect all of the musical notes to build up the best record collection. So it's kind of nonsense. I always kind of thought it was cool that he was wearing headphones when I was a kid, and also that he just sort of scoots along the ground without moving. Yeah, so I'm not really sure why the record pods are called record pods. I think it's most likely that they just sort of try to retrofit the story onto the gameplay afterwards. But they refill your fuel, which is kind of essential. You never have enough fuel to complete a level, even like taking the most optimal route. So they do refill as well, and you can kind of collect them more than once if you sort of run out, but the bonus that you get at the end of the level is determined by like how many times you've collected them. So you've probably seen me do it a few times where I've completely avoided them, which is basically you get a 200 point bonus at the end of the level. You get extra lives at 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, 80,000 points, I think. Yeah, you get a generally quite generous amount of lives, but it's also possible to like spaff them all away quite easily by like making the same mistake over and over, which I'm probably going to do by the end of this. Yeah, I think that's the basics. I just got an extra life there for 30,000. I do like how on like the higher difficulties, it completely changes how you approach each level, like based on where the enemies are, because obviously you want to try and get above them first in order to take them out. And yeah, on the easiest difficulty level, you can just sort of like fly through it without caring too much, but like not so much level 2, but level 3 onwards, you really have to pick like which route you take, which is cool. I like it. There are, as you can see as well, like lifts that move in different ways. Those are the ones that, ones that constantly scroll upwards, and then like ones that only kind of move 1 or 2 floors at a time, and then there are these lifts here which go all the way from the top to the bottom. The level design is cool. I actually like the kind of variation in the levels, and what was that about? There is I can't remember what level it is in. It's one of the last couple of levels has like an overhang that is really difficult to like it's a really long one, and you have to like get the timing exactly right, because so when you duck, you only duck for a certain amount of time. So this one in particular is timed to be like exactly just about the length of your duck. There's only one type of enemy in this level. So yeah, there are different types of enemies as well. Adds a nice kind of variation. I don't know that there's that much else to say about the game, and I've only got 1 life left anyway, so I don't think I'm going to last that much longer. Yeah, it's just one of those games that I've always kind of enjoyed going back to, and I think I have probably completed all the levels, because like when you've finished a level or when you die, basically you can revisit any level that you've previously been to. Oh, okay, this isn't good. I ran out of fuel. So yeah, that's the end of my game. Thanks for watching. This is Jetboot Jack. Oh, there's a bit of music here. Let's just enjoy this.